So with the panel fully cured now, we're going to check the hardness with the Shore-D hardness tester, and we're looking for a value of at least 80, and that tells us that the laminate's got to its full strength. So all we do with this is just press onto the laminate itself, push all the way down, and I can see there a value of 88, so that tells us that that laminate is fully cured. And you can try a few different spots just to make sure. So press down all the way, and again 82, so we're above the 80 threshold there, so that shows us that our curing process has worked. So is the panel fully complete? What we want to do is cut it in half, and so for that I've got a grinder with a diamond cutting disc, I've got some tape measure and a Sharpie to mark the middle line. I've got my PPE, so white suit, gloves, half-face respirator, grinder goggles and ear defenders. So all we're going to do is find the middle, mark a line, and then just cut straight along that line. So middle of the panel, about there. Middle of the panel, about there. It's a case of joining the two black marks. Doesn't have to be exact. There we go. And that gives me a very rough guide for cutting. So all I'm going to do, get suited up and then give it a go. And there it is in half. So with our sandwich panel now cut in half, we're going to make the trailing edge section. So each of the chamfer sections of core, the laminate that overlaps that will become our trailing edge. So what we're going to use to do that is use some fast setting adhesive. We're going to put it on each end, but we're going to leave a void in the middle. So on each end that's going to represent the fabrication of the trailing edge, and then the void in the middle we'll come to later, and that will represent a split trailing edge and how we'll repair that. So all we're going to do is waste a little bit of adhesive. So we've got our nitriles and glasses, because it's quite nasty glue. We've got the mixing nozzle, so when it comes out the tube, the two parts mix together, and that initial mix won't quite be right, so we're just going to waste an inch or so. So we'll get rid of that, and that's us good to go. So we're just going to put a nice thick bead in each of these voids, so we get a good bond. I'm going to work quite quickly because it doesn't take long to go off this stuff. Same on the other side. What we're going to do is flip this one over, and slide it to the edge, and we're just going to sit that on top. Don't worry, some glue comes out, that's a good sign. I'm just going to clamp each edge together. Now as well, we didn't do any sanding before we did that. With the peel ply inside, that gives us that surface ready to glue straight onto for the laminating. So that's the ends bonded there. You can see the glue coming out the top there, and we've got a nice shape here which represents the trailing edge cavity in a blade.